Hello all, I hope you all are doing great. When I was in last year of my graduation, I am looking for some research position in different part of the world. Definitely I am focusing on some developed nations, and during that time somehow by luck I got some interview options. And during that time I have looked on like different forum and YouTube as well, like so that I can get an overview of how actually interview happen in those countries, because I know that definitely there will be a difference between the interview pattern, and definitely we have in India we follow different framework, and the type of question that we are getting will be definitely different from what they are expecting from me. So I have gone through different website, Quora, YouTube, and different other forums that are being available, and I know about them. But somehow I didn't get any brief introduction, or maybe I didn't get an overview of how actually these people are like asking, like what kind of questions they're asking, the structure they are following, and for like what like pattern, is there any kind of pattern, or like maybe I should get something about it. So definitely I have tried my best to look on different sources, but I didn't get any clear vision, or I would say clear framework where I can understand what kind of questions and structure they are following. So during that time itself I have decided that once I will get an experience, I will definitely make a video and make it available online, so that other people who are suffering from those dilemma can have an opportunity to understand what are the patterns and how those questions are being asked. Definitely for different topics and subject the questions may be different, but I believe the pattern that these people are following, because I have given interview not only in my game theory field, rather I have given interview in electrical department, computer science department. Mostly I got an interview call from computer science department, and what some of the interview from electrical department as well. So at least I can like, so this video all about what I have learned from all my experience, and it may or may not be related to some interview. Definitely each and every individual has a different perceptions regarding their recruitment process. So I can only tell you that what are the general perception in the market, like what are the structure they are following. Maybe that might not be right for you, but this is what I have learned from my experience, and I'm just saying my experience. So first of all, whenever you are writing for a research position, and in case you are getting interview call, definitely anyway if you are writing an email to a professor, definitely you are looking on their website. Right now each and every professor at a top university, they have their profile available in the internet. So you need to go through that, and you have to understand, and at least you try to read one paper from them. I know it might not be possible for us like to read every paper and to go through even some of those paper like line by line, definitely, but at least you should pick one paper. It might be an easy paper, and go and you should go through that paper, and you should also understand what are different project or the professor has taken, whether the professor is working on any project right now. And if he is, definitely he will be, but so mostly you have to look on what are the like what kind of method they are using to solve this problem. And once you get the opportunity for an interview, then definitely these things will be very helpful for you. So before appearing in the interview, always try to look on his profile and try to find out his current project and the tool they are using right now, and then just go through those methodology or any kind of theory they are using again. So let me tell you, there is a huge difference between the interview pattern that we have in India and any developed nation, because in that country they are not going to ask, I'm repeating, they are not going to ask you any theory or definition. Rather in those nations they will just give you a problem. So in my experience, like I can tell you that they are not going to ask you any theory or definition. Rather they will give you a problem and then ask you how will you proceed with that. So now there will be two options. First of all, you just understand the problem, and anyway if you have gone through website and have looked on their paper, then you will understand the kind of problem you can at least expect, the kind of problem they may be asking from you. And once you understand the problem, in case if you have doubt, you can definitely ask, but once you understand the problem, you can you can tell them that this is a very common approach through which I can solve this problem. But again, this problem could also be solved through this methodology. In case the methodology that you are proposing is not matching with what the kind of theory the work that they are doing that you have learned from their website. In that case, you need to propose that I'm also proposing a second method, and this is what the kind of theory or methodology that we can use to solve this problem. So basically, in case the answer or theory, or I would say the model that you are projecting, if it doesn't match with the kind of work the professor or any research firm are doing, in that case you need to let them know that there are other methods as well. And in that case, in such second model, you need to tell them that this is how this problem could also be solved through this method, or some you can explain that there are two. First one is a very simple method, and second one through this methodology or theory, we can also use this theory to solve this problem. So this is how my experience is. So definitely in those developed nations, they are not, or any university or research firm, they are not going to ask you any theory. They are not looking at your memory power, like how well you can remember Nash theory, or any definition, or agent critic algorithm. They are mainly looking on how well you are in solving their problem. So I'm just taking example. When I was appearing for an interview at an firm which are mainly using reinforcement learning, in that case, they, rather than asking any definition, they have straightforward, they have given me a problem and asked me how will you solve this, and what are your approach, can you explain, and all these things, related things. So rather than asking me a definition about some basic algorithm, they have just given me a problem and asked me to solve this. So this is what I have learned from my experience. So in case still, if somebody is watching and have any doubt, you can definitely mail me. And this is what I just want to share, so that in case if somebody is appearing for an interview in maybe in US or UK and Canada, then definitely they can have an understanding of the framework or pattern that these university or professor or research firm are following, so that you can at least be prepared for what is coming for you. So again, I repeat, they are not looking for any definition or like how well you can explain them. Rather, they are looking on how well you can explain and try to solve their problem. If you are able to do that, definitely I can tell you, you are good to go. They will recruit you. And definitely the good thing about those people are, they will tell you upfront whether you will be selected or not. And in case they will find you that you are one of those desirable candidates, then they will start sharing information with you, like what are their project, what kind of result, like what kind of theory or model they are expecting to use to solve this problem. So once they start sharing, you can understand that okay, they are somehow liking your idea. So now it's your job, since I've told you that you need to go to their website. Since you have gone through that, you can now explain them how how different things are connected. So definitely you need to understand what they're doing. You need to go through their paper, and once you have an opportunity in an interview, you have to provide them in-depth solution of their problems. So once they feel that you are the one who can work with them, they will tell you about your recruitment upfront, and this is how the structure is. So this is what I have learned from my experience. In case if you like it, please share it with a friend. Thank you.